Okay, we're going to be working on dilations. Dilations are just enlargements or reductions to a figure, meaning it makes a figure larger or smaller. The figures, excuse me, are going to end up being similar, which means they're proportional in size to one another. So if you enlarge the left side of a box, if you enlarged it times 3, then all the sides would be enlarged by 3. That's what it means by similar. When given the scale factor, you must multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. If the scale factor is larger than 1, the figure will get bigger. So my example was when you enlarge the cube by 3, that's your scale factor, 3. If you split it in half, your scale factor would be half. And when the scale factor is less than 1, the figure gets smaller. To find the scale factor, so if you have 2 figures but you don't know the scale factor, you don't know what it was enlarged or reduced by, you write a ratio of the sides. Be sure to put the ratio in the right order, which we will discuss. So for this image, we're going to dilate it. We're going to use a scale factor of 2, and then we're going to use a scale factor of half so you can see the difference. First thing I want you to do is write the coordinates. G, H, I, J. All of the coordinates. G sits at 1, 2. H sits at 2, 2. I sits at 2, 0. And J sits at 1, 0. Now, first we're going to use a scale factor of 2. If we use a scale factor of 2, what's going to happen to the image? It's going to get bigger or larger. If I use a scale factor of half, what's going to happen? It's going to get smaller. It's going to shrink. So first we're going to use a scale factor of 2. Go back to your notes. When given the scale factor, you must multiply the coordinates all by the scale factor. You must multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to multiply these coordinates by our scale factor. So let's show our work. Start with 1. Our scale factor is 2, so multiply by 2. Do the y. Multiply that by 2. That's how you're going to get G, the new G. H, 2, multiply that by 2. Now do your y. Multiply that by 2. I, multiply this by 2. Your x. Multiply your y by 2. Now let's do J. Multiply your 1 by 2. Multiply your 0 by 2. This is how you're going to find your new coordinates. We show that it's a new image, similar but new, with the apostrophe. Our new G is 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Our new H, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Our new I, 2 times 2 is 4. 0 times 2 is 0. Our new J, 1 times 2 is 2. 0 times 2 is 0. Now we're going to plot the dilated image. 2, 4. That's my new G. 4, 4 is my new H. 4, 0 is my new I. 2, 0 is my new J. And since it's a figure, you do connect the dots. So you just dilated this image larger. So now we're going to dilate with a scale factor of half, so that way you can see the difference. Keep your work. And now you're going to be showing your work for dilating with scale factor of half. So let's write those coordinates down again. G sits at 1, 2. H sits at 2, 2. I, 2, 0. J, 1, 0. Let's show our work. We're going to be dilating with a scale factor of half. How do you do that? You multiply the coordinates by the scale factor. Doesn't work. It doesn't change just because it went to a fraction. So 1 times half. 2 times half. Now H, 2 times half. 2 times half. Now I, 2 times half. 0 times half. J, 1 times half. 0 times half. Now you can write your new coordinates. Since it's a fraction, if you're not good at fractions, you can just put your whole number over 1 and multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. You cannot leave it like that because you know that 2 over 2 is just 1. Or, if you are good at your fractions, you know that half of 2 is 1. Half of 2 is 1. Half of 2 is 1. Anything times 0 is 0. Half of 1 is half. Half of 0, anything times 0 is just 0. And now we'll plot our new image. Half, only go over half, and then go up 1. Go over 1, go up 1. Go over 1 and stay there. Go over half and stay there. Let's make sure that we label our new coordinates, H apostrophe, I apostrophe, and J apostrophe. So that's how you dilate an image when you're given the scale factor. Okay, this is finding scale factor. So you're given the images and you don't have the scale factor. So what we're going to do, we're going from the large image to the small image. A apostrophe, B apostrophe, C apostrophe, D. This is the pre-image. That's what we call our first image, pre-image, or original image. Pre-image to the new image. So, when you do this, go back to your notes, and it says to find the scale factor, write a ratio of the sides. Be sure to put the ratio in the right order. Here's what I mean by the right order. New over old. That's what you need to remember. So this is your pre-image, this is your new image. We're going to write a ratio. So we're going to put new over old. This was the new one. AC, which is 5. We'll do that one. You can do CD if you want. I'll do AC. New, and that corresponds to this AC, and this was the old image, over 15. Let's go ahead and do the other ratio as well that you could do. These are similar figures, so they're going to end up being the exact same fraction or whole number, no matter how you do it, because they're similar. So this is the new image. We'll do 8 over the old image, CD, 24. Remember, these are the exact same thing. Now we're going to reduce, that way we can find our scale factor. 5 over 15. What goes into 5 that also goes into 15? 5, which reduces down to 1/3. What goes into 8 that also goes into 24? 8. That also reduces down to 1/3. Because your scale factor is 1/3. You took this image and you reduced it by 1/3. So basically you took 15 and you multiplied it by 1/3. You took 24 and multiplied it by 1/3. And then you got your 5, 8. Your new ABCD. Now, let's go from ABCD to A apostrophe, C, B apostrophe, C apostrophe, D apostrophe. So now, this is our old image, or pre-image. And this is our new image. Remember, new over old. Best way to remember this is you put the new wallpaper over the old wallpaper. It goes over the old wallpaper. So, your new AC is 15. Your old AC is 5. Your new CD is 24. Your old CD was 8. 15 divided by 5, 3. 24 divided by 8, 3. So my scale factor here is 3. So you blew it up by 3. Here you reduced it by a third. Here you enlarged it by 3. So this is also a good way to figure out if they're similar. If these don't end up equaling, then they're not similar. But since they are equal, the ratios are equal, it's similar. New over old, that's the trick there.